What would you do if you zoom to Thailand like our friend Richie Mack, and after you establish the life that you deserve, you start to notice women from North America as well as other parts of the West following passport bros to the foreign country in which you establish your new home? How would you feel about that? Where we're going to talk about Passport Bro movement, Richie Mack zoom to Thailand. We're going to hear his behind the scenes reaction and recap of what took place during the video in which he created that has gone global over the last week. Also, we're going to take a look at videos from other women that have actually followed men down to South America and spread false rumors regarding the Passport Bro movement. My name is Andre of Love Crossing Borders Travel Unraveled. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel because we're going to have some amazing videos coming down the turnpike as we put our phones on airplane mode. All right, once again, shout out to my man Richie Mack of Zoom to Thailand. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. We're going to be doing a reaction to his behind the scenes recap of one of his videos that he recently did, an interview with a couple from the States who had just come to Thailand. And what ended up happening, the video went viral because of the controversial conversation that they had.
Thailand has become a hotspot, and they don't understand why. They're like, we've been like this all our life. What's different now than it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago? So that's the question. Why are women following us out here, man? They had their spots. They had Jamaica. We didn't bother them. Like, go and do your thing, man. Jamaica, get your groove back. We was cool, like, whatever. You know what I mean?
And he's correct. Women are not only zooming to Thailand, they're following brothers to Africa. They're following brothers to Asia. No, they're not just so vacationing in these areas, because many of us already know sisters and others were already traveling around the world prior to many brothers, prior to the so-called Passport Bro movement. However, you have women now purposely following us to destinations. So this is not uncommon right now. It is something that's taking place that many of you guys need to look out for.
When we start making moves, man, you got women flying to countries as spies or agents, reporting back to women in the Matrix. You got women on airplanes reporting back to what the airport looks like. You even got women that's flying to Colombia and Brazil pretending to be foreign so they can finesse brothers.
Yes, I'm about to show you guys this right now.
But it's hot out here in this Thailand sun. I'm gonna get back to this episode so I can get it done for you guys. But I had to do this intro to let you guys know what's going on and bring you guys up to speed. Y'all ready? Lego.
It's not about the mother knowing how to cook. I just didn't cook.
Full disclosure, I didn't get a chance to get KB's story about his non-negotiables with his wife, but I'll give you the long and the short of it. When KB met his wife, she did not know how to cook. His non-negotiable was, my wife has to know how to cook. And guess what? She learned how to cook. Do you know how I know? Because at that same Thanksgiving dinner, she cooked. And KB saved me a plate. That's why I assumed she learned how to cook from her mother in Jamaica. I did not know she learned how to cook because it was on KB's non-negotiable list. But they're making my point for me. He had his non-negotiable list, and she submitted and learned how to cook, just like I'm sure she had her non-negotiable list, and he submitted as well. But anyway, I just want to let you guys know that. Back to the interview. It's of certain roles that women have and certain roles men have. We will put down our life for y'all. So what's deeper than that? You guys give life and we will give life.
Now, before she goes into her commentary, KB is the brother that's on the far left, the bald brother. He owns a restaurant in Thailand. That's the restaurant in which Richie Mack was going to support a couple of days ago when they all met. This is his wife in the blue. She didn't know how to cook to the extent of where he was happy. So in order to deal with one of his non-negotiables or be a part of his life, she negotiated and learned how to truly cook for her man. Now, right here we have a woman that's going to explain that she knows how to cook. but yet her man looks miserable.
The automatic assumption, just because that she was Jamaican, that her mama taught her how to cook and she taught her to do all those things.
I did, absolutely.
Now the difference is that I was the person at 12 years old cooking full meals for my entire family, taking care of my little sister, making sure she got off the bus, did everything she had to do, took her shower, ironed her clothes, did her homework. I was mama number 2 at 12 and 13 years old.
What was your mom? What was your
work?
Okay.
Now, does this justify her behavior? Whether it be her behavior on this video, her masculine energy? Does this justify her being disrespectful to her husband on camera? And I'm not talking about disrespectful in the sense of attack mode. A lot of women don't realize you could be so disrespectful with how you carry yourself in public in front of other people. That is disrespectful to a man. I was the oldest child. I had to cook and clean too. Does that justify me to just walk around and be a jerk to women? Does that give me justification to be a person that's not a gentleman and respectful in public? That has nothing to do with why women are zooming to Thailand and following other men to Thailand as well as to other locations.
She was at work. She had to work. Why? Because neither one of our fathers were in the house for different reasons. My dad had 25 kids. My dad had 25 kids.
Let's pause. This is why I say to you guys that are coming to Colombia, do not just examine the woman. Examine the family that she's coming from. One of the things that I did with my wife, Andrea, even though she's an accountant, even though she has a master's degree, even though she's extremely ladylike and feminine, even though she knows several languages, doesn't matter. I wanted to see her family dynamic. Because once I got a chance to see that all of her family owns properties, because I was not going to marry a woman that did not come from a traditional family dynamic, because they would not have any tradition within themselves to carry on to our offspring. Same thing with this situation. This man married a woman who came from a broken situation, and this man married this. And a lot of you men in the States are marrying women that are problematic just because you feel that they look good or they make you feel good in bed. We as men need to stop just looking at women for face value, but also look at all the other things behind the scenes that make the woman that you plan on being with for the rest of your life.
You see what I'm talking about? Now clip that. 25 kids? Come on, man. She had to give up her childhood and become an adult, basically, at 12 to 13 years old to take care of her little sister.
That is no excuse. How many of us have had to deal with family that were going through divorces, or families that had domestic violence? Or you was the oldest child also, and you had to do the oldest child things, make sure your brothers and sisters got their homework done and things like that. Does that give us a reason or a right to justify our behavior, not only in the United States, but even off of this scenario with this young woman? Does that give us a reason to be disrespectful even while we're in other countries?
This is why you guys got to give her a break in the comment section. This woman has a backstory, and I want to hear more about it.
Let's pause for a second. We all have backstories. Because our parents' behavior when we were young, does that give us a right to be disrespectful to women? No, it doesn't. Does it give us men who are gentlemen the right to just act like Pookie and Ray Ray? No, it doesn't. We still have to be gentlemen no matter what happened in our childhood. So it is with women. If they expect us to be traditional, provider, protector, problem-solving men, then we expect them to be fit, feminine, and friendly no matter what took place in any of our past.
5 kids, all right? And my sister's father, who was initially a good man, got on drugs around that time. So he went from being a great guy to trying some shit and never being the same again, right? With my dad, that might have been a bad pick, but she was young.
So she just described 2 fathers. Yes, this may have brought on the woman who she is today. It doesn't matter if they've been together 9 years. The fact of the matter remains, she is not a positive example of what men are looking for in a long-term relationship. She is an example of what many women are in the United States. And she's a prime example of why men are getting their passports and zooming to other countries.
She was in high school. She didn't fucking know no better, right? Again, he was her first time she had sex. She got pregnant with me. So, and again, she came from a household with nobody talked about sex.
Why are women always allowed to use the violins of their past to justify their current behavior? Can anybody answer that for me in the comment section?
Very religious household, just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? So it was that type of cycle. So, that's how it went down. I'm a traditional wife, technically. When we were in Atlanta and he worked all day, he never had to worry about cooking unless he wanted to. There were certain things that he cooked better, like his burgers are real good. Okay, babe, I'm gonna cook burgers. Like, okay, cool. But every day he came home, there was a meal cooked, ready.
So you making my point?
No.
Mind you, she said, I'm a traditional wife, technically. You know why she said that? Because based off of her definition and the definition of many women in the United States, they think that we are going to other countries because of cooking, cleaning, domestic work. No, that's based off of what the women in the United States definition of a traditional wife is. Women do not have the right to define tradition for us. We're the market. They're the product.
No. But it's because of the situation. Again, it goes back to the fact that I didn't have nothing else to do. I was not working on 9 to 5. I didn't have nothing to do but take care of my house and take care of my man and also help him take care of his children.
Notice she said it as if, since I'm so bored and I have nothing else to do, I might as well go ahead, cook, clean. I might as well, as if it was she's doing them a favor instead of doing what she's supposed to be doing as a woman. And mind you, if you were working full time, many women in Thailand, Colombia work full time. They're going to school. They're getting their education. They're doing all these full time things. And yet, even if they have things to do, in other words, they're taking care of their families. And this is the problem that many women in the United States just don't understand.
Because that's all I had to do.
But that's what a man wants. You making my point.
Yeah, listen, what I'm saying, what I'm circling back to is the fact that most of us don't have that luxury. So that's why most men don't get what I gave, because they don't have the luxury that I had to not have anything to do but just that. And I said that before. I said, if that's all I got, I don't have no problem.
You did say that. You did say, but you also said that you took care of your sister.
But that was years ago.
Wait. You said you took care of your sister. Your mother had to work.
Yes.
That means there was not a man in the house. That's my point. If you don't have a man,
there's your point in what? That did not make me a non-submissive woman, because it still made me a traditional woman. So I don't understand what you're.
Put in the comment section. Is there anything submissive about her behavior?
Because you'd have a man and out, you'd have a balance of anything. When you have a father and a mother, there's a balance. There's a masculine energy, there's a feminine energy, and every child needs a balance. And because most kids that end up in jail and prison and dead don't have that balance. I mean, let's keep it a buck.
Yeah, but I don't put that on traditional and non-traditional.
What else could it be then? You tell me.
Government is shit.
So here we go once again. Women in the States not want to take responsibility. I don't think it was the family dynamic that did this. I don't think it was because we didn't have traditional families like we used to. Let's put it on the government.
But we were slaves and we had mothers and fathers. We had jumping the broom. We had traditional roles. We had that all the time. And we had better marriage rates back then than we do now. I know you say the women put up with more.
That's me, you, and my kids. So we can't go back to slavery because traditionally, you keep talking about traditional shit. This is white people tradition. Let's be clear. Let's let this be clear.
Jumping the broom.
She said traditional things are white people, as if in Africa, also here in South America. So for her to sit back and say, well, that's a white people thing, that's their definition of traditional. No, it isn't. We've always had our places in our roles.
Broom is not a white people tradition.
No. I'm talking about what you're currently talking about tradition-wise, like stay at home, barefoot, and pregnant kind of vibe.
Yeah, go to remix.
Listen, I'm just saying, when we say traditional, that's basic.
But when you put the remix on it, it takes the point away.
Take the remix off.
It dilutes the point. Go ahead.
You want a more submissive wife that's just gonna stay home and cater to you and take care of you. That was never the black woman. We never had that fucking opportunity to be that.
Once again, she's defining what tradition is. She makes it seem like a woman is just staying at home and she's bare feet and she's doing nothing else but doing whatever it is to cater to her man. A part of being tradition is catering to your man. But a lot of tradition is how your behavior pattern is as well. How do you behave in your household? How much peace does that man have in that household? How much peace do you have for yourself or within yourself?
Person.
That's absolutely not true. What are you talking about? What black person? How old are you? Wait. Hold up. This was just supposed to be an explanation about what happened behind the scenes from the first episode. Give you a little bit what's going to happen on Tuesday. But this ended up being this whole episode.
And that's what you get, Richie. You could have sat back like most of us. When we're in other countries and we see matrix-minded women, we ignore them. We say very little to them. We continue to walk past them. We're going to end this video right here. I know Richie is going to continue to do this series. Make sure you subscribe to not only Love Crossing Borders, Andrea Wallace TV, Mostly Money TV, our other channels, but make sure that you subscribe to Zoom to Thailand with our man, Richie Mack, the Travel OG. Now, I'm on my way to the comment section because I want to hear what you guys have to say. Is this woman the definition of a traditional woman? And what is your definition of a traditional woman from the eyes of a man? I'll speak to you guys in the next video when we put our phones on airplane mode.